February.
Is it?
Welcome to Black History Month.
It is.
Welcome. Welcome.
It's the History Month of Black.
I feel like I am making Black history. And the reason I say this is I'm about 99.99% positive I'm the first Black woman to be elected to Southern Kern Unified School Board District.
School district board.
School board district. School district.
Wow. That's nuts. And dude.
Brandy's Fitbit may have gotten some water damage.
Fuck technology, man. That's all I have to say. I'm about to become a Luddite. I'm gonna freaking go back to like using wood to burn stuff, to cook stuff, and
wood to burn stuff.
Let's cook stuff on wood, and I'm not gonna have any electricity. Fuck it. This shit is just everything that can go wrong with it will go wrong with it. It's annoying. Fucking Murphy's Law.
I'm sorry. What's going on?
I am trying to get my beach body back.
Yeah, you are.
After 10 years. It's a process. You must trust the process.
Trust the process. I'm not mad at that. You've been consistent. I will say that. Like you said, you like took your measurements. You've lost some inches. I feel like you're being really obedient not obedient, but disciplined in regards to like not drinking. I'm sorry. It's your mother sending me text messages about the Beyonce tickets. She did just drop them tickets, girl.
Listen.
And I wanted to see, you logged in?
They go on sale at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow.
$562. That's where the tickets start.
Well, Beyonce can perform in front of some other folks because I ain't gonna be there.
Wow, though. Like, wow.
Yeah, I was looking at the one that's gonna be in Inglewood, at the
SoFi. Yeah, that's exactly it.
That's in March.
I would love to see Beyonce.
Yeah, it's in March, like March 9th or something.
Yeah.
And they start at what, $590?
$562.
Yeah, right.
That doesn't probably even take into account like the Ticketmaster fee and the service charge fee and shit they're gonna charge you, parking.
Well, you have to pay for parking when you get there.
Yeah, I'm just saying like it gets expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's very expensive. But I guess that's grown bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got $600 to drop on a Beyonce ticket. Okay, one ticket.
When we do our live show, our tickets are going to start at $492.
Oh my God.
So, if you want to come to the live show, you better start saving now.
Oh shit. Just come to it when it's $5. Come through. We'll work up to it, okay? All right. You guys are in control of our destiny. Goodness gracious. Well, I'm Sunny Hepburn.
And I'm Brandy Fleeks.
And this is Book of Lies. The podcast.
It's bold bitches.
Yes, it is. And hello, listeners. How are you? Hello, patrons. Happy February. It's all about love and Black history.
Fucking Valentine's Day this month.
Yeah.
Well, you know who's not gonna be doing anything on Valentine's Day?
No,
this chick.
We don't know. Anything could possibly happen. But hello, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being here.
Oh, you mean I might be babysitting your kid? Is that what you mean?
No. That's not what I meant at all. That shit's during the week. We ain't doing not a damn thing. If you aren't already, meet us online at Twitter, Book of Lies Pod, on Instagram or Facebook, Book of Lies Podcast. We're on Patreon, where you can become a patron. Hello. You can meet us in the champagne room. You can come for happy hour. We've got different tiers, different levels, and lots of fun to be had. Let me tell ya, okay? Patreon.com/Book of Lies Podcast. What else is going on, Brandy? This year is moving along. Like 2023 is in full steam ahead. Here we go. Oh, our birthday's coming up. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's our birthday. Let's just pretend who knows when you're going to hear this. It's our birthday, okay?
It's my birthday.
4 years old, Brandy. We're 4 years old. Remember when we were babies and we were like, hey, let's start a podcast. Let me just get my iPhone and we're going to record and it's going to be awesome. And then we turned into a preschool podcast. We're preschool age.
Sure.
You go to preschool when you're 4, right? That's about right.
Sure.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Brandy.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for bringing the Book of Lies.
The Book of Lies.
To the podcast.
El libro de mentiras.
It's our birthday. Oh my gosh, we have to do something fun. So I'm going to think of something fun for us to do this weekend. And then maybe we will, I don't know, like a video or some drinks. I have that big old bottle of champs downstairs that you didn't want to tap into today.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see what we could do. So, Brandy, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about another farmer bro. Well, he's not really a farmer bro because he's an old man, but he's an asshole anyway. His name is John Kapoor, and his company is Insys. Or was Insys. Was Insys. So John Nath Kapoor was born in Amritsar, India in 1942 or 1943. They don't have a specific date on when he was born, but he's either 72 or 73 or something.
Currently?
Yeah.
Okay.
He graduated from the Institute of Chemical Technology with a pharmacy degree, and then he came to the U.S. and he got a scholarship to the University of Buffalo, where he got his doctorate of medicinal chemistry in 1972. So immediately he goes to work for a company, a pharmaceutical company, and, you know, he's doing his job. Being a pharmacy, person, he invents medicines. So he, worked his way up and soon became the president. I think he founded the company, actually, and became the president of a company called Lifemed in 1987. The company came out, during the HIV/AIDS epidemic.
Okay.
And they developed a drug called pentamidine. But it was an HIV drug. It's in the middle of the AIDS pandemic, and it's the most effective drug against a type of pneumonia that's called PCP, which 75% of the patients who were coming into hospitals who had AIDS were getting. And this drug was the only thing that was, effectively fighting this PCP pneumonia. So instead of being compassionate and, doing the right thing, John Kapoor's like, oh, people with AIDS need this drug, and we're, AIDS is everywhere right now. I'm going to make some fucking money.
Oh, boy.
Fucker jacks up the price by 300%.
Excuse me?
300% markup on this fucking drug that's literally saving lives.
That's disgusting.
Sound familiar?
Yes, it does.
Of course, people who have HIV and AIDS have fucking costly medical bills, and they can't afford this fucking prescription. So they did, and of course this is the 80s, so they did what people do, which is fucking start a protest. So they were protesting, people were like doing die-ins in front of the company's, building, like holding up signs that says, because the company's called Lifemed, so they were putting signs that said Death-O-Med.
Oh.
Basically they were trying to get this fucker's attention. He did not change the price, of course, and soon sold the company. Made $100 million.
Oh, shit.
Brought no fucking repercussions from his actions. It didn't even, faze him at all. At all.
He's like, and what? I don't care.
Right. Sells the company, makes $100 million, moves on to the next.
Wow.
So for 20 years, he just starts investing in other drug companies. And of course, his investments are fucking making him rich because people need prescriptions. People need these drugs that these companies are making. So he's getting money. Like, he has no want for fucking anything.
Mm-hmm.
He moves to Arizona. And of course, you know, for some reason, that's where fucking greedy bastards like to move, is to fucking Arizona. He moves to Arizona, starts another company called Insys Therapeutics. And at Insys, he started Insys in 2007. He put $60 million of his own dollars into developing a new drug called Subsys. Subsys is a sublingual fentanyl spray.
Oh, shit.
So it's a spray that you spray under your tongue.
Oh, no.
It's supposed to be for cancer patients who are at the end stages of their condition, who have pain, constant pain, who morphine and OxyContin aren't working for anymore. So this drug is fast-acting because it's sublingual, and, you know, it's for people who are dying of cancer.
And it's a fentanyl spray.
It's a fentanyl spray that goes under your tongue.
I'm going to have to get us on Instagram video right now, because that's what I was doing.
It is approved by the FDA for cancer patients. And so, since it's for cancer patients, it's not making the money that John Kapoor wants it to make, because not everybody has cancer, and not everybody needs this fucking spray. So he does what greedy bastards do, and he starts encouraging off-label use of this fucking drug.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh. And he wants to push it, so of course he needs salespeople to push it to the doctors to get the prescriptions out. So he hires a guy by the name of Alec Burlikoff, who is money-driven. Like, money, money, money. Money, money, money. I will lick the bottom of your shoes after you stepped in dog shit for money. Money.
Ew.
This is that type of guy that he is. I will literally stab my own freaking wife in the heart for money. That's the kind of guy this guy is.
Oh.
He says that he's so money driven because one day his dad came home and said, we don't have any more money and we have to move. So he said in order to keep from that from happening ever again, he's always been money focused, right?
Oh, man.
So he meets up with this guy, and John Kapoor hires him. He becomes the VP of sales, and Burlikoff starts hiring salespeople for his sales team. And the main question that he's looking for an answer for is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is money to you? And if the person who is responding doesn't give them an answer of 10, they don't get the job. We're interviewing, and the question comes up, how important is money to you? If you say 9, you're not getting the fucking job. 9.5, you're not getting the job.
I wouldn't have got the job.
It has to be a fucking 11 out of 10. Like
100. 100.
They go as far as hiring a stripper. They go to a strip club and hire a stripper who is willing to do what it takes to make a sale.
Okay.
She goes with John Kapoor to a strip club and gives him a lap dance. Like, this is how willing she is to make a sale. She's willing to dole out lap dances, use her sexuality physically to make a sale. That's her shtick.
Well, I mean, that's what strippers do. That's how they make sales, is with their physicality. So she's using what she knows.
She's going to bounce up on his lap to get a sale. So after they hire their salespeople, they go on the hunt for doctors. And they are looking for doctors who are willing to take cash for these prescriptions.
Oh, so they are actively giving this... oh my gosh, they're starting a problem. They're starting a fucking epidemic. Oh my god.
Yeah, they go to doctors and they're like, so, here's what we're going to do. You write these prescriptions and you talk to other doctors and, get them to write prescriptions for this drug, and we'll pay you a speaker fee. For every prescription that you write, we will pay you a speaker fee. So if you write one prescription, I'm going to write a check to you for $1,000. So per prescription, you'll get $1,000.
Wow.
Okay.
Damn. But like, oh my, wow.
They came across a doctor who was a known doctor, like who would get like raided often by the freaking feds because it was a pill mill. Like he was known for just writing prescriptions for whatever drugs, probably mostly opioids or, you know, maybe amphetamines, to people who didn't need them.
Right. There's like that cocktail that they write like the three of the same drugs. And I think opioids are one of them. And like some like type of like sedative or something, Valium, something like, I don't fucking know.
I don't know what it is, but this guy, there was a pill mill. So they're looking for doctors like this. Doctors who are like willing to write prescriptions, be negligent about their prescription writing.
They don't care.
And
they don't care about
right. And like, take bribes. And that's what they were doing. They're bribing doctors to write these prescriptions for this fucking addictive, dangerous drug.
Did you hear about all them nurses, like thousands of nurses who bought their licenses?
What?
They cracked down on a ring. It was a nursing school in Florida, and they sold like 75,000 fake nursing degrees.
Is a nursing school or is a fucking degree mill?
Both. Both. Jesus Christ. Yeah, both. And I guess they were selling them for like $15,000 a pop.
$1,000.
$15,000.
I'm sorry, lady. You could have gone to school for that.
Exactly. They found, I think, like 22 nurses in Georgia.
22 what?
22 nurses in Georgia.
Fake nurses.
Fake nurses. And they were like, you guys need to surrender your license and stop working.
Well, no, you have to take a license with you have to take the NCLEX to be a nurse. But what the fuck? Or maybe is that just in California that you have to take the NCLEX?
I don't know how it works, but they had fake nurse, and maybe I don't know. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, the fuck.
Okay, I'm disgusted. Even more now.
Sorry.
Great. You're fucking, my nurse that's supposed to be like giving me shots and fucking stuff, drawing my blood is now fucking, is not even a real nurse. That's great. Were they RNs? Do we know what kind of nurses they were? No. RNs.
So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking these people went through some type of schooling to have to be able. They have to at least have some sort of something. They just didn't do like clinical hours or something. Like the certification was like,
but like still.
Yeah, okay. You just I've got $15,000. Let me just skip ahead and not do the work.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Fuckers.
It makes me sick. I'm disgusted. I am doing home medicine from now on. I know real nurses, though. I know nurses that are real who've gone to nursing school, so we're good.
Okay. So, yeah, they're paying doctors to write prescriptions. One of the doctors, over 2 years, made $200,000 in speaker fees.
$200,000.
Uh-huh.
So that's about 2,000. He wrote about
prescriptions.
2,200 prescriptions.
He wrote a bunch of them. Another doctor was writing 10 prescriptions a week.
22,000
for this one drug. 10 prescriptions a week, and he was getting paid $150,000. He made $150,000 in a year. 10 prescriptions a week, 52 weeks in a year. He wrote 520 prescriptions, and he made $150,000 in that year.
That's sad. Ugh. And they don't care who they're writing these. So who are they writing these prescriptions to? So
they're writing the prescriptions for people who have back pain, chronic pain, random pain, migraines. Fucking morphine's not for migraines.
Did you watch? Was it Pill Sick? Was that the one? Dope Sick on Hulu?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, like with the
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This right here. This is during the start of the opioid epidemic.
Oh,
what is happening here?
Yeah,
and it's getting into the middle of the opioid epidemic because this goes on for years, at least 5 years. This is happening. More than 5 years, actually. This is happening for like 10 years.
Are they overdosing on this?
Patients, yeah. Some patients end up dying. They're ODing on this, and then a combination of other things. Because of course, if they're taking this, they're probably taking more than subsys. They're probably taking other
things,
medications. But yeah, okay. It's off-label use because this drug is approved for cancer patients.
Right.
So I'm coming to you for back pain, and you're prescribing me a dangerous drug that's not meant for what I need.
Right.
But doctors are telling their patients, well, if you don't take what we prescribe you, then you can't be our patient anymore.
Bye.
They're doing this.
Bye.
They want this fucking kickback so much that they're literally telling patients, you take what I give you or you're not my patient anymore. Fuck the fact that you actually need help. That you're actually in pain and need, The problem is that these doctors aren't trying to treat the cause of the pain. They're just treating the pain. Mm-hmm. And that's not how you fucking make people well.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give me a fucking Band-Aid. Fix it. Mm-hmm. There was one guy who said he had like 4 surgeries. He fell he was, fishing with his kids on a boat. He slipped on the boat and fell and hurt his neck and his back. He had 4 surgeries and the pain was, constant. So the doctor prescribes him this substance. He gets addicted. He starts fucking forgetting shit. Forgets where his keys are. And then the next day forgets where he fucking parked his car. Forgets where his fucking house is. Like he's unable to function on this medication. Oh my God. Loses his fucking job because of this fucking medication that he's been prescribed. And that's another thing people, well, this is a prescription. My doctor prescribed this for me, so it's fine.
Yeah, and it's fucking an opioid, the worst thing. And they're just like, you're high. You're fucking high. Get out of here. It's prescribed.
Right. The doctor prescribed it to me, so it's okay. But meanwhile, it's doing all these fucking things to you, and
I would stop taking it.
One of the guys did want to stop taking it, and that doctor was like, you're not going to be our patient anymore if you don't take your medication.
Where did you see this? Where are your sources on this?
We can talk about that after I'm finished. So, doctors are, they're getting paid. But the insurance companies are like, we're not paying for this because you guys are not prescribing it for what it's meant for.
Oh.
This is a fucking cancer medication and you're not prescribing it for cancer patients. So what they do is to go around that issue, they start up a fucking call center that is going to call the insurance companies to get approvals for these prescriptions to be written. So
there you go.
They have a whole fucking building.
They're the biggest drug dealers of them all.
Yes.
The biggest drug, they're setting up a fucking operation. They went and infiltrated the community. They got the people hooked on it, and they've got a freaking means of helping them get this drug that they should not have.
Right.
Fuck you guys.
The insurance company's like, we're not paying for this. So they start up a whole building of people to call the insurance companies to pretend that they are calling on behalf of the doctor's office in order to get a prescription written for or get approved and paid for by the insurance company. They have a script that they're supposed to stick to. They use certain keywords. They're not allowed to say, I'm calling from Dr. So-and-so's office. They say, I'm calling with a provider.
Yeah,
when they ask what the patient's diagnosis is.
Yeah.
Pain in or around certain area. And so they'll say things like, oh, well, it's around the cervical area. First of all, cervical can mean 2 things, cervical spine or cervix.
Mm.
Instead of listening to what they're saying, pulling out the exact thing that that this person is saying, the insurance company is hearing cervical cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So they're approving the medication.
Mm-hmm.
The representatives would say, well, the patient is unable to swallow, so that would qualify them for the sublingual spray, because if they can't swallow pills, they need some other form of,
means of getting their
right.
fix.
Right. Some other forms of administering this medication, which is the sublingual spray. And, well, I was going to say the fentanyl patch, but he didn't do the fentanyl patch, so that's but that's another way, to people that are getting fentanyl patches.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't swallow fentanyl patch.
Listen, the school districts are going crazy over fentanyl. They've had meetings. But listen, I didn't cause I'm like, how are these kids, I'm just like, yeah, right. Like, how could they possibly, that makes no sense. Never, because they're talking about, overdoses happening and all this stuff. And I'm just like, how are these kids getting their hands on it? I just can't imagine it.
It's not kids, it's grown-ups.
But what I'm imagining is Michael Jackson fentanyl, it has to be from a drip and
propofol.
Oh, fuck. Oh my God.
Fentanyl is a cancer drug. It's supposed to be for people who have cancer, not for people who have pain.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, doctors, and it's not so much here, fentanyl's coming across the border here. That's how fentanyl is getting circulated in California. But in the Midwest, it was being written, prescriptions were being written. Now it's coming from south of the border.
Oh.
In California. So the issue with California and fentanyl is drug dealers, not doctors.
Okay.
But it's mostly now, at this point, is mostly in Orange County, San Diego, those areas.
Wow.
And they're putting it in everything. So if you're on meth, if you're doing illegal drugs, then it might be in there. But it's not in fucking vapes, people. Calm down. Anyway,
it depends on where you get the vape from, though. If you go,
you can get a vape from. Well, okay.
It depends on where you get the vape from. I'm just gonna say that as well.
What shady character is selling vapes, though?
I know someone. I'm not saying that they are a shady character, but if they're able to do that, then hey, who knows what could happen? Vapes are a problem too. These stupid kids, all they want to do is take them to school. Don't do that. Don't.
What I think is funny is that in this district, it's not even they're not getting caught with joints.
Right?
They're not getting caught with green, and they're getting caught with fucking electronic pins.
Yeah. Yeah. Bougie ass kids. And they're just getting their hands on
It's a wax pin. Shut up.
Yeah. What is it? What's in it? I don't know. Get out of here.
That's funny.
It's frustrating, and it's a problem where we are right now, and these kids are stupid, and they keep bringing this shit to school. They're not going to get caught. But anyway, such is life. Back to this fucking asshole and this fentanyl. I didn't, I was honestly thinking fentanyl was propofol. And I was just like, what's the problem? Obviously I know the problem, but how are they getting their hands on this stuff? That's what I'm thinking. How are they getting their hands on it? And it's when you're dealing with illegal drug dealers in California or mama's cabinet in the Midwest because it's from her doctor. Okay, right. Got it.
Not fake prescriptions, but they're fraudulent prescriptions because the insurance companies are not going to pay for it unless, it's written for a specific diagnosis, which is cancer. And call center making fucking fake ass calls saying that the patient, basically they're lying and saying patients have cancer when they don't. One of the doctors asked the patient, the same patient he was like, if you don't take this, you're not my patient anymore. Asked the patient, are you okay with saying that you have cancer? And the guy was like, that's probably the only thing that I don't have, and I'm not comfortable saying that I do. Mm. And they were like, okay. And he said that was the last time he went to that doctor. They dropped him as a patient.
Great. Thank you.
So yes, they want patients to lie. And if patients aren't lying, then the call center's going to call on behalf of the patient, on behalf of the fucking facility, and say that you have a diagnosis that you don't have. But they're not going to say the diagnosis. They're going to lead the person on the other end, the insurance
they're using specific words to give a certain
impression.
Yes.
To make for them to draw a conclusion of, okay, so it's cervical cancer.
And their throat's swollen and they can't swallow anything, so it has to be sublingual. I don't fucking know, but you people, biggest drug dealers are the pharmaceutical ones. I'm just saying right now.
Yeah.
Damn.
So John Kapoor is you know how most CEOs aren't walking around the floor, making sure people are doing their job. They're not writing memos and telling you what needs to be going on. They have assistants and they have, people, middle management.
Hopefully they've got that shit in order where they can.
This man knew what every single person in the office was doing. And if they weren't doing what he wanted them to be doing, he would fire them.
Hey, this is Ken M.
Padawan J.
Coach Duffy.
From the Ocho Duro Parlay Hour podcast. Every week, the ODPH is talking sports, movies, TV, comics, and more. It's always a parlay of topics on each episode. You can find the ODPH on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and wherever you find great podcasts, such as the one you're listening to right now. Don't forget to check out OchoDuroParlayHour.com, where you can find the links to all of the ODPH social media accounts, links to the bands whose music you hear each week on the show, hashtag 607 podcast info, and parlay points, our companion blog section of the show. Thanks for listening to the ODPH. Now get back to your regularly scheduled podcast.
With the providers, he expected a 2-to-1 return on his investment, which was his speaker fee. So for every $1,000 that he was paying a doctor to write a prescription, he wanted them to write 2 prescriptions. So if I'm paying you $1,000 per prescription, you better be writing 2 prescriptions. I'm paying you $1,000, then that means that you need to be writing, double that.
How does this man think this is okay?
Because he wants the money from the prescription. He wants the money that the insurance companies are paying for these prescriptions. He wants, and if, obviously.
And obviously he's increasing the value of his company.
He goes public in 2013. The company goes public. And the stock shoots up by 400%
Shit.
because these prescriptions are just being written like fucking
clockwork.
Yeah. The country is in the middle of a fucking opioid epidemic because these doctors are writing fucking frivolous prescriptions.
Yeah.
Oh, your throat hurts? Here's some Subsys. The fuck? It's a throat ache. I don't need a fucking opioid.
Can I just get that red spray?
Okay, can you just give me some fucking, whatever that lidocaine spray, Novocaine spray, whatever it is? Like, I don't need an opioid because I stubbed my toe and now I have an ingrown toenail.
Oh, just put fentanyl. It's fine. Fentanyl.
Like, what are we talking about? Oh, well, you said you have pain. Here you go. No! Can you fix the problem? Don't drug me up and get me addicted. He was encouraging the doctors not only to write more prescriptions but to write higher dosage prescriptions.
Ew.
The maximum dosage was 1,600 micrograms.
That's the max?
The max. The lowest was 200 micrograms.
Oh my God.
So you're going to take a patient who has never been on this medication and write them a 1,600 microgram prescription?
Woo! Gosh, that's how people are dying. Oh my God.
And then patients, of course, are starting to need more to, to numb their pain.
This is despicable.
They're taking it more often and getting addicted even quicker. People are dying. There was one doctor that was writing Subsys prescriptions. He had 8 patients die in a year, and they shut his ass down.
Good. Can you get jail? I mean, I hope jail time is...
Doctors go to jail for overprescribing. That's what they call overprescribing.
Okay.
And doctors do go to jail for that. So, John Kapoor...
That's so wrong.
Right. John Kapoor, of course, and the opioid epidemic is going on. John Kapoor is so far removed from from caring about the fact that there's an opioid epidemic going on. He's just trying to push more prescriptions out. If a doctor gets arrested, he just says, find me another doctor.
What does he do? What is it? He's just money hungry?
Okay, so he said he created this drug because he had a wife, she passed away of cancer. So his story is that he saw what cancer did to her, and it's a shame that, people have to go through this illness, and, it causes so much pain, and, he watched his wife suffer, blah, blah, blah. So he's created this drug to to help with their pain. But meanwhile, he's created this drug, and he's pushing all of these pills because he wants the money. That's all it is. He wants the money. If he's giving you money to write prescriptions, then he wants a 2-to-1 fucking return on his investment is what he called it. He kept referring to return on investment. That's what he wanted. And if they weren't meeting the numbers that he wanted them to meet, then he'd say, you're no longer getting a speaker fee. Like they had a speaker program. He would remove them from the speaker program and replace them with another doctor. Some of them he would like put on a type of probation. It was really, really fucking shady. Just disgusting. So doctors are getting arrested now. And at one point, like 3 years prior to when shit went down, the Fed started investigating Subsys as a company.
Okay.
They had, I think subpoenaed documentation, documents, whatever. John Kapoor knew about this.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a fucking CEO of a pharmaceutical company. So how much trouble could he actually get into?
Mm-hmm.
They don't get into trouble. They just get fined. Right? So, oh, well, whatever. They'll just fine me. I'll be fine. I have millions and millions and millions of dollars. I'll be fine.
Fuck you, bro. Fuck you, bro.
Because he's, and of course there's documentation, there's memos, there's fucking paperwork that's telling that is a trail of, okay, you've been paid this much money to write these many prescriptions, you've been paid this much money. I talked to this guy about, entering our speaker program to write prescription, blah, 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 blah. There is a paper trail.
Mm-hmm.
Doctors' offices keep paper trails, especially of what prescriptions they wrote to which patients fucking died, which patients have had incidents, 911 called, had to have Narcan administered, been fucking, admitted to the emergency room. This type of stuff is all on file. If it's not at the hospital, it's at the doctor's office. At the doctor's office, they don't have patient information at the freaking pharmaceutical company, or at least they shouldn't, but they did because they were calling the fucking insurance companies to get approvals.
Oh, shit.
So, doctors are getting arrested. Alec Burlikoff, the VP of sales, is starting to get fucking itchy. Because he's like, shit is going down. People are dying. Doctors are getting arrested. The feds are going to come after me. So he starts looking out his window, looking through the blinds, waiting for the fucking feds to just show up at his door. And one day they do. He was right. He rolls on John Kapoor. He's like, if I'm going down, John's going down too. But he said he had a guilty conscience and he knew what he was doing was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So again, he rolls on John Kapoor. On October 27th, John Kapoor gets arrested. October 2017. October 2017, John Kapoor gets arrested and charged with conspiracy to bribe doctors, gets arrested on racketeering and RICO charges, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, conspiracy to defraud insurance companies.
Okay.
He pleads guilty to the charges.
Of course.
And on January 23rd, 2020, at the age of 76 years old, he gets sentenced to 66 months in prison. 5 years and 6 months. The prosecutors had suggested that he go to prison for 15 years.
I suggest that too. And it's when they plead guilty that they have the opportunity to lessen the sentence.
The judge felt that because of his age. And
Fuck that guy. Fuck him.
And because of his philanthropic endeavors, because he was, he would donate. The Buffalo School of Medicine or whatever the fuck school that he graduated from, he had donated, of course, money to the school. And
mm-hmm.
They actually had a building with his name on it. The John Kapoor building. Or John Kapoor Pharmaceutical building.
Your fucking blood money does not make you philanthropic. It's because you are guilty and you have killed all of these people. You did it sketchy. You went in and you freaking infiltrated. You made a plan. You caused an epidemic. You killed lots of people. You ruined lives. Fuck your blood money. I want the rest of your life. That's it. Life in prison. Let's not even talk about it. He's old. Give him some fentanyl.
Well, the judge was like, oh, because you did some good. Not really, but because you're, your philanthropic efforts, and because of your age, you'll get 5 years and 6 months.
And a partridge in a pear tree?
So he's in prison.
Good.
He is the very first, and I believe to this day, probably the only pharmaceutical executive to ever be indicted.
Wow.
For pushing off-label prescription use and insurance fraud.
The first pharmaceutical exec?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he won't be the last.
Yeah, because of course, the opioid epidemic is still happening.
Well, what was that family? I want to call him Murick.
The government said, fuck this guy.
Yeah. Asshole. You're such an asshole. I mean, fentanyl's a problem. And are they the only company that makes it, or they still he sold the company, so they're still making it, right?
Incense went bankrupt in 2019. So I don't know if they're still in operation. They can't be a public company anymore because they went bankrupt. So they were located in Arizona, as far as I know. They didn't say if they shuttered their doors or not. But once news, got out that the CEO of this pharmaceutical company had been arrested, people started selling off their stock. So the company just had no more money.
I got into stock last week.
You got into stock?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So,
what's that mean?
I got Cash App last year. And you can buy stock in Cash App. Did you know that?
You can buy stock in Cash App or stock on Cash App.
Both?
Didn't you sign up for Stash?
Yes.
You never
I don't use it. I have it. I still have it because they take money from me every month. So I need to figure out how that works and get into there. But I do have an account there. But I don't know where that money goes.
It just stays there, and it's in whatever stocks that you have invested in.
I have no idea.
Do you not have the app on your phone?
I do have the app on my phone.
You just don't open it and look at it?
Maybe I feel more confident going in now because so anyway, I do have Stash. You distracted me. Cash App. You can buy stocks on Cash App.
I know.
So I was like, okay, I've been hearing about it. I'm going to dabble. So I saw Roku and I was like, okay, I'm going to buy stock in Roku because I am down for Roku. I've had a Roku for years, since Kindle was 2. And all I buy is Roku streaming devices. I like to give them out as gifts to people. I've done that. And they're just growing and scaling. So I'm like, this is a good stock, and it was relatively inexpensive. So I was happy to do that. And my stock has increased already. I put it's gone up $30. I'm like, holy shit, this is fun. But how do I get it out is the question.
You can withdraw. You can sell your stock at any time.
Oh, okay.
McDonald's stock is up. At least it was yesterday when I looked.
How much is their stock?
Oh no.
McDonald's, yeah. Gosh, making everybody fat. So their price is $262.81 currently right now, and it's down 3.35%.
Oh, it was up yesterday.
That's the thing. It's always up and down. So I'm not in there watching.
Volatility.
Yeah, I'm not watching. I'm just okay, this is some money that I was comfortable investing in. Let's see what happens. But I definitely need to check out my stash and see what happens over because they take money from my account every month, $1, $3, stuff like that.
They take $5 from me.
Ooh, okay. So do you have a nice stock portfolio over there?
Mm-hmm. Nope, sure don't.
So what you been watching lately?
Oh, okay. So I started watching Poker Face.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to watch that. Mom was like, "You log it."
Natasha Lyon. She can tell when somebody's lying.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So she's like a human lie detector, and it's pretty good. They're feeding us, episode by episode on Peacock, so it's not all there. You have to watch every week. Mm-hmm. New episodes come out on Thursdays. It's pretty good. I like Natasha Lyon. They have her looking so terrible, though. Her hair is crazy. I'm like, why does she look like that? They could fix her hair.
Haven't you seen those videos of the stylists doing, the models' hairs? And anytime they're doing a black woman's hair, their shit's always fucked up. Maybe they don't know how to handle curly hair.
Well, her hair is it's just so, like,
Wild.
the way it's cut, it's like layered, but it's like, I was like, oh, is this set in the 80s? It's not. It's present day, but like the aesthetic is sort of 80s to me.
Okay.
But it's a good show. Lil Rel, like every episode has new characters.
Okay.
And so Lil Rel was in one. The last one, the one that came out today is Judith Light and Escapades of Murkerson. Ron Perlman is in it. Benjamin Bratt is in it. I love Benjamin Bratt.
You sure do love Benjamin
I
Bratt.
love me some Benjamin Bratt. Who was in the first episode? The girl that played Dayanara on Orange is the New Black, she was in it. Sully is in it.
Dude, have you watched You People?
Yeah, I watched it.
What did you think of that?
It was cute. I enjoyed it. Eddie Murphy was a dick.
Right? He was so militant. He was just like, so, my name is, what was his name?
Akbar.
My name is Akbar Mohammed.
Your name is Woody.
Akbar, nigga. I think he played his character well. He didn't go into goofy Eddie Murphy. He was just dick dad. Like, you can try and marry her.
Right?
You could try.
Fuck. What the hell does that mean?
Am I white cuz? Hey, white cuz.
Take that shirt off for me.
Am I white cuz?
That's fucked up.
Oh,
Take
man.
him to the Crip barbershop. What the fuck?
But did he know he was good? Maybe he always wears that red sweater or something.
Yeah, he didn't know. He was just gonna go hang out with her dad, and he fucking just fucked him over.
Yeah, I was just like, I mean, the movie was cool. I saw Kenya Burris. Good job, Kenya and Jonah. Well done, sirs. I thought it was cute that Jonah Hill and freaking Lauren London were together. And she's like, we go together now. Like,
We go together now. He's like, I was gonna say something similar, but less middle school.
right? They were cute. Julia Dreyfus.
Julia Dreyfus, yeah.
She would have been on my last nerves too. I'm like, bitch, like, stop. Like, please stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. I don't know her. I'm not with her.
He's like, my mom's an idiot, but
I'm not with her. Let's go. It's good. It was a good time. And then I finally got to watch Wakanda Forever.
I still haven't watched it.
I only waited like 6 months. It was like forever. I don't think it was 6 months, but it was really good. It was long, but it was really good. And so, you didn't watch it? Have you seen it?
No, I have not.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. Everyone else knows, but
everyone else knows.
Everyone's like watched the movie already. Like, I was listening to the read this past week, and they were like, if you haven't watched Wakanda Forever already, you know, blah blah blah. And so I like skipped ahead, so I didn't like catch any spoilers.
Right.
Because
Yeah, no, they didn't spoil it, but I haven't seen it.
the only spoilers I'm willing to take on the face is for your references. Like, I'm just like, hey, I will listen. You have not spoiled it for me. Just like you'll tell me shit that I'm like, oh, I want to watch, but I'll never watch. And then when I watch, it's like I'm going to remember.
Alrighty then. Good to know.
You've never ruined it for me. All right, Brandy. Anything else you want to add? Do you have a thumbs up for the week? What processes are you improving towards goals? Anything you want to share?
Processes improving towards goals. What the fuck does that mean?
Any new processes?
No, I'm still unable to get my ass up at 5:45, 5:30 in the morning. My goal was to try to be getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what it is? A lot of it is because it's dark at 5 o'clock. It's dark. So I don't want to get up.
I could wake you up at 6.
I don't need to wake up at 6. I want to get up at 5. So here's what happens. Right now my alarm clock is set for 5:45. Because I was like, okay, 15-minute increments, right? Nope. I'm like, and the funny thing is, I have my alarm set to go off to my my Spotify. So the song that I have to wake me up at 5:45 is "Lovely Day" by
yeah,
what's his face? What's his name?
Wilson Pickett?
What? Bill Withers. And the song is great. It doesn't like jar me awake or anything, but then I get up and I'm like, dink, and then go back to sleep. So I tried putting the phone farther away, so I have to get out of the bed to turn it off. But that doesn't work either because I just put the phone back in bed with me and go back to sleep. I just need to go to bed earlier.
What time do you go? That was going to be my question. What time do you go to bed?
I want to go to bed at 9:30. That's my goal, is to get into bed at 9:30. It just never has happened because children don't want to go to sleep when you tell them to.
So what time do you go to bed?
It depends. Like last night I had trouble sleeping, and that's another thing. I don't fucking go to sleep. My head doesn't hit the pillow when I'm asleep. That's not how my body works. My body's like, oh, we're laying down. Okay, so let's think about what happened 6 years ago, or what's going to happen tomorrow, or, oh, remember that thing you're supposed to do? Let's focus on that for a while. And I'm like tossing and turning. I try to drink fucking night tea. Doesn't fucking work. Nothing works. I thought working out would like help me go to sleep. Nope. Just waking up. Just fucking awake. Nothing works. So basically I'm just like gonna be sleepless in Seattle for the rest of my life.
Do you want some of my happy pills?
What is that gonna do?
I don't know, it might help.
I just wanna go to bed at 9:30. So yeah, I have to work out some fucking
like maybe mental exercises.
I even like started doing a nighttime routine. That fucking shit doesn't work. Nothing works. Anyway, what's going on with you?
Oh my god. So I sleep well every night.
Right.
I
Wonderful.
I get in
Brag.
bed by
Keep
9
bragging.
p.m. And there's always
9 p.m. Fuck you. The hell?
I have to wake up at 6 a.m. every morning. So mama gotta go to sleep. The dogs next door have been waking me up in the middle of the night, howling.
Girl,
howling.
when I was house sitting for you, I was like, what the fuck is happening? I opened the door. Hazel was just in the sleep. I was like, what the fuck?
They're annoying.
Why?
So.
Oh! I was like, is this really happening?
They're assholes.
For no reason. Yeah. Nobody else is howling except them.
Because their parents leave them outside all day, all night. It's cold, I'm sure. Who knows? They're puppy. Like, they left them outside as puppies. Like, those dogs are maybe a year old now. Like, they are the worst dog parents I've ever encountered. I feel like throwing CBD dog treats over the fence for them.
Do it.
But they've been going off this week. So, like, I haven't been sleeping. My back's been hurting. I've been doing, like, more, like, I've been trying to stay more active. Like, I've been doing, like, some yoga sessions on YouTube and, like, doing some squats and some crunches and, you know, just trying to keep mama together a little bit.
Together.
You know, I went and saw some goats today. So a bunch of baby goats were chewing all over me.
The men that stare at goats.
Baby goats are so intense, but they're so cute. I know. It was a lot of fun. There's going to be goat yoga in Roseman.
Oh, God. At Bliss?
No. Where I went to their farm.
Oh, they're going to have goat yoga there?
And yeah, the first one is February 11th. It's already sold out. It's from 2 to 3. And I think it's like $30 or something like that. And
they're going to have an actual yoga instructor.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they can only do it for like the next 10 weeks because then the goats will be big.
Yeah.
And they have to go off to who they're going to be living with. Their new homes.
New families.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, how much one of these goats go for? And they're like, oh, $300.
They'll keep your yard.
Right. But then I
mowed.
was like, are these guys, do they have to be social? And they're like, yeah, you have to get them 2 at a time. The fuck? And I was like, okay. I don't know. No.
No.
I don't think so. But they're cute. Anyway.
So you have to get, they're $300 each and you have to get 2.
Yeah, the fuck? Why don't you just say $600 for 2? Like, stop it.
I just want one. Well, you have to take 2.
Oh, but it's like, they're like, if they already have a herd of goats, like if they already have other goats, then it's like, okay, I'll sell you 1.
Oh, okay.
But
what about if you have other pets? Like,
no, they have to
be goats.
There has to be goats. They're like chickens. Chickens have to be around other chickens.
It can't be a sheep. It has to be a goat.
I think it has to be a goat. They were like chewing my jacket, biting my pants. I came home. The dogs were like, where the fuck have you been? What is this smell? What is this? I got a video of them.
This smell like new animal.
That's exactly what it smelled like. They were just like jumping on me, like just pow. They were just everywhere. And I was like, okay, this is a little intense. I gotta get out of here. I was in their nursery and I was 10 baby goats. Ooh, gore. It was crazy. Anyway, keep your goats. Hey, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. And thank you for joining us. I think it's our birthday. It's our pod anniversary. Our podiversary. It's our podiversary. We are officially 4. And thank you for joining us. And follow us on all the socials. I'll try and include all that information in the show notes. And I'm Sunny Hepburn.
I'm Brandy Fleeks.
And this was Book of Lies. The podcast.
It's Bolt, bitches.
Oh, bitch. Tom Girardi got hit with fraud charges.